Well, that was stupid. So Moonfall is the latest disaster film brought to us by Roland Emmerich, and this is all you have to really know going into Moonfall. Moonfall follows characters played by Patrick Wilson, Halle Berry, and John Bradley. Is essentially the moon comes closer into orbit with Earth, and because of this, things start happening where the moon starts wrecking the planet Earth. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Moonfall.
Excellent!
When I was in CinemaCon last year, they had shown the first 5 minutes of Moonfall, followed by the first trailer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I saw that first 5 minutes of Moonfall, I was really invested. Like, the opening sequence of Moonfall, I was just like, this looks good? And despite how stupid, and I mean how stupid that trailer looked, I wanted to see this movie. I don't know what it was. Moonfall looked like it would be a return to form to Roland Emmerich, going back to the good old days of Independence Day. And walking out, this is what I can say, guys. Performances-wise, the actors do the very best they can with the script they are given. Patrick Wilson, Halle Berry are very good in the film, but John Bradley steals the entire show, even though there are some bits involving dialogue, which I'll get into later. Visually, Moonfall looks absolutely incredible. I mean, there's a couple of sequences in the film where the visual effects looked absolutely amazing. In particular, I'm pretty sure you've seen the trailer where it shows the moon going right behind the planet, and visually how everything looks in this particular shot, it looked absolutely amazing. And the destruction, by the way, when it does happen, the disaster sequences are actually pretty badass. Like, in particular, there's a sequence that involves Patrick Wilson's kid, to which, again, I'll get into later on. There's a really cool chase sequence where his son is trying to get away from these looters, and seeing all the car chases going along with the disaster elements, this was by far the best sequence in the entire film. There is actually a really cool subplot that involves the downfall of humanity and the looters of what they're trying to do when everything has gone down to shit. These two parts, when they are actually happening, by far the best parts, and I wish that Moonfall focused on these aspects.
Well, that's just fucking great!
But here's the thing, guys. Like I had mentioned in my intro, this movie is stupid. There were so many parts in this film where the level of stupidity went so high, I laughed at many parts. The actors are doing the absolute best they can with the script that they're given. When it comes to the actual character arcs, no joke, especially with the character names, I couldn't tell you a single character's name. Not John Bradley's character, not Halle Berry's character, not Patrick Wilson's character, and the character development is just as useless as the characters' names that they're given. They're disposable human beings in this movie. There are some sequences in this movie with the performances and how the actors do their best to execute the dialogue that's given to them. But there's a line of dialogue that John Bradley says to Patrick Wilson. Building off of that, the film's dialogue. This stuff was written? Roland Emmerich is a filmmaker that makes very specific types of films, except when he tries to branch out of his disaster films. But in his disaster films are just, they're B-movies. They're just straight up B-movies, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like me a good B-movie myself. I mean, like I said, the original Independence Day is one of the greatest blockbusters out there. But it's a movie you can watch on July 4th and have a great time watching Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum bursting aliens. I mean, it's fun. Moonfall is a B movie, and this is a straight up cheesy ass B movie, but the level it takes with the stupidity of this thing, you're either gonna have a blast with this movie, or you're either gonna be laughing or gonna be rolling your eyes constantly with how stupid the B movie goes as high as it does. Out of all of my issues with Moonfall, perhaps my biggest issue with this movie is this. Moonfall is a disaster movie. And a disaster movie, you'd expect a movie where shit gets blown up or things get torn to shreds, which is normal. Here's the thing though with this one though. What Moonfall would rather concentrate more on than anything else is the journey that John Bradley, Halle Berry, and Patrick Wilson take to the moon to see what in the hell is going on. When Moonfall is marketed as a disaster film, I'm expecting a movie where the moon comes in and wrecks the earth in so many more ways that I can imagine. And when the sequences do happen, there are some creative sequences, even though the plot armor in this movie is absolutely ridiculous. Moonfall barely has any disaster sequences, and it is boring, by the way. Oh my god. When it's not focusing on the disaster elements, when it's trying to focus everything onto this quote-unquote human story of these guys trying to go to the moon, I couldn't tell you guys how many times I yawned during this film. There's nothing particularly interesting about these parts at all. And oh my god, I almost forgot about this particular aspect when it came down to performances. Michael Pena is in the movie, by the way, but he's barely in the movie. So overall, while Moonfall isn't complete garbage, at the same time, this movie is just, well, to repeat myself and to say simply, it's just, well, stupid. Walking in, I wanted that, but at the same time, it's just the level of stupidity and it takes it up to is just ridiculous to say the least. All in all, guys, I'm gonna give Moonfall a 1.5 out of 5. It's just stupid in all the worst ways. So comment down below and let me know, what did you guys think of Moonfall? Did you like the film? Did you hate the film? And my apologies if this review is late, but please let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if y'all want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all links in the usernames in the description below. I hope y'all enjoyed my review of Moonfall. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever my latest video goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 videos or reviews, please click either right there or right there. And of course, until my next video goes live, I will see you all next time.